Hey everyone, today is Friday, April 29th, and my name is Sarah, and I have been sharing my journey with the intragastric Orbera Balloon that I had placed on Thursday, March 31st. So as of yesterday, it has been a full 28 days, so a full 4 weeks that I've had the balloon. I did actually try to do a video last week, but I've been videoing all my vlogs on my iPhone, and somehow I ran out of storage, and I couldn't figure out how to fix it, and the video stopped like right in the middle, so I just decided not to post that one. But anyways, last week, my video was all about how I was just a little discouraged because I didn't lose any weight. I think it was like 0.2 of a pound. But I had also started exercising more frequently, probably about 4 to 5 times a week. So I was just going to say that I was building muscle. So since last week and this week, I did lose some weight, and it has been 4.2 pounds. I am kind of having a hard time figuring out exactly how much weight I've lost because I go off of the doctor's scale and then I go off my scale, and it's just different, so I'm really not sure. I believe so far, according to my measurements or my weights that I've been taking at home, that I have lost I believe 17 pounds. So from here on out, I'm just going to keep going with my scale here at home because it's much easier for me to weigh more frequently than every month at the doctor's office. So far I believe it's been 17 or 18 pounds. I'm not exactly sure. But I'm still like enjoying every time I put on any type of clothing. It just fits better, it looks better. It's just not tight. I can't believe like for how long I was wearing clothes that were just barely fitting. Like they were so tight all the time, and now it's nice that they're actually a little loose, and when I walk by the mirror, I just don't like hate looking at myself anymore. I'm like, it's not too bad, you know. But I still have a ways to go. My goal is going to be 40 pounds. So I definitely have like 23 more to go. I definitely would like to go more than 40 pounds, but I want to be realistic. So I have still just basically been doing 3 meals per day. I'm kind of stuck on having the Premier Protein as a breakfast shake every morning. It's kind of feels safe to me, and sometimes I just don't have time to fix breakfast, but yet I don't want to skip it. So the easiest thing for me is just to grab that shake and get a good protein meal in for the day. For lunches, I've usually just been doing a salad with 4 ounces of meat, vegetables, and I have actually started incorporating in more fat into my diet. I was really like, no, I must have low-fat meat and broccoli, or I was doing salads with just like a tiny bit of like oil and vinegar. I wasn't using any butter with eggs or anything. But after talking to the dietitian yesterday, she did want me to start incorporating, or she told me that it was okay to go ahead and incorporate that in a little bit more, because really for the past 4 weeks I've been right around 500 to 700 calories a day, which I was kind of like a little concerned that maybe I wasn't getting enough calories, but I just wasn't really hungry to eat more. So I thought I would start just trying to get more calories at each meal. What else? So I have kind of also been looking into the ketogenic diet, which is kind of completely different from what we've always learned all of our lives, that it should be low fat, low carb all the time. This diet or lifestyle change is high fat, moderate protein, and very low carbs. So you might be looking at like 75% fat, 20% protein, and 5% carbs. I've kind of been just watching videos all the time and reading up on it, and I kind of like the idea, but it is kind of weird that you would be eating so much fat. And of course, it's not like greasy food or anything like that. It's going to be like your healthy monosaturated oils, avocados, nuts, so that kind of like healthy fats. So that is one thing that I have been enjoying this last week is avocados, because I've always kind of in my mind like stay away, you know, it's like high fat, high carbs. It's actually not really high carbs, but it does have a mixture. So like I've been having that on my salads, or I'll slice it up and have it with you know, whatever kind of meat or meal that I'm having for dinner. So that has been nice. It makes things a little bit more manageable, even though I've been doing pretty well. I just try to think of the long term, like what I'm going to be able to sustain. So that's been helpful. And I think yesterday my calories were, let's see, at 903. So I'm getting up there. The nutritionist really wasn't too concerned about the calories, but she just wanted to make sure that I was getting my meals in. And she really wanted me to start snacking in between meals, which I'm kind of not too crazy about, because I personally don't want to be in the habit of feeling like I have to snack all the time. And then if I do miss my snack, then I'm going to be really hungry. I personally have been doing just fine having a breakfast, lunch, and a dinner spaced 4 to 5 hours out. And it could be just because I'm getting really good protein meals in. And so it's like making it last longer for me. So I'll, you know, give it a try. She said it doesn't really have to be like a big snack. It could just be like a small piece of cheese or a couple of almonds or something like that. She kind of explained it like, you know, for my metabolism to keep burning, I kind of have to keep throwing logs on the fire. So I don't know. I'll try. The other thing too is it's really hard to eat when you're not hungry. And with the balloon, I just always feel satisfied. So maybe I'll just throw in like a couple nuts here and there, or a small piece of cheese. Let's see. Thank you for all your comments and subscriptions. It's been really nice, like, communicating with people who have either had the balloon or getting the balloon, thinking about getting the balloon. I'll try to look at some questions. A lot of them are just kind of comments. A lot of questions are, you know, where am I located? How much did it cost? I would just encourage you to go to the Orbera website and find a provider, because every state and every provider is different. Let's see, I'm just kind of looking at some comments here. Just mostly, you know, like how much weight have I lost? So, you know, the 17 or 18 pounds. Try to get that figured out by the next video. But it does just feel really good, and it feels like I'm on track and that I'm moving forward, and that, you know, it's only been 4 weeks and I still have another 5 months to go. I've really been doing a lot of research and looking at different meals and reading up a lot about sugar and just really how bad it is. And so I look at things a lot differently. You know, I'd always go out to like lunch or dinner, and, you know, it's like the hamburger and fries just always, you know, sounded so good. And now I look at that meal and I just see like so many bad things for that. So I just, I'm really trying to make this a lifestyle change. That's really why I did the Orbera. I mean, of course I want to lose the weight, but I also want to come out of this with kind of a new lifestyle. It was hard for me to exercise before, and I know it's easy to make excuses, but it's really is a vicious cycle when you're overweight and you don't have the motivation, and then you do try to move and you get out of breath, or you do a jumping jack and everything shakes. So it's just, it feels a lot better, even just with the small amount of weight that I've lost so far. I feel like it's just easier. And actually yesterday I was running late for my appointment. And so I ran in from the garage to the doctor's office. And as I was running, I thought, normally I would totally have been tired out and out of breath by this time. But there was something that just made me push on and run all the way to the door. And of course it was snowing yesterday too, so I really didn't want to be out there. But I could just feel such a difference. And, I just have to say again, it just feels really good. The balloon, I still don't feel anything. I mean, I think for the first week, I could really feel it. It was just heavy and very prominent right in my stomach. Even when I would lay down, I would feel it. I don't feel it at all. When I eat, I can't really say that I get an extremely full feeling. But I do pay attention, and I think I'm mostly really scared of throwing up too. So as soon as I feel like it's, starting to move up, or it just feel full, even though it's not an extreme fullness, I just stop. And even the other night I had, it was just I think I put a half a cup of cauliflower mash on my plate, and then just 3 very small slices of chicken. And again, I'm still going by the palm of my hand. So every time I get a serving, I look and I think, is it going to fit in there? And so that night, I really had a little bit less than what could fit in the palm of my hand. And for whatever reason, I just had to stop eating. And I just was able to recognize, even though I was eating the small portions, that I had had enough. So I really like that. And I was actually really nervous about going out to eat. And my birthday was just 2 weeks after I had the balloon. And every year I go out for sushi, which is my favorite. And I was so worried about going because usually, I like to eat a lot of sushi. And I just had very small portions. I really made sure to chew my food. I feel I take anywhere between 20 and 40 chews, I guess, to make sure that the food is chewed enough. And but yeah, so I was able to eat. I haven't really told a lot of people that I got the Orbera, just because sometimes I think people are not really as supportive as you think they are. And sometimes people just want to see you fail, or they just want to know every little update. And so I chose to just kind of keep it among just a few people. So I guess that's one reason why I've been kind of worried about going out to eat with, some people. But it helps me make better choices, and I really do pay attention to, what I'm eating and how much I'm eating. I still look at my plate and I section out that piece of meat. I had ordered a salmon salad. It was just a piece of salmon on a bed of arugula, and it was probably a good 8-ounce piece of salmon, but I looked at my hand And I thought, you know, I'm just going to cut it in half right now and push that to the side. And then when I get done eating this piece, then I'm just going to be done. And I did start to get full, so I just kind of right away asked for a box so that I could box the food up and not have to kind of like look at it or, you know, have other people say, you know, are you going to finish that, or you're not hungry, or I try to keep myself out of like those kind of conversations. And actually the very first time I went out to eat, I ordered an egg white omelet, which actually had spinach and mushrooms in it. And I don't generally like mushrooms. I can take a few, but this omelet had like gobs of mushrooms. And I was kind of glad, because when people asked me, you know, why, you know, is that all I was going to eat? I was like, yeah, you know, there's just too many mushrooms in it. So it kind of gave me an excuse. But otherwise, you know, I've just been really doing well. I really want to succeed at this, and like I said, I really want it to be a lifestyle change, and I feel just so much better about it. So I think that's it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks for subscribing, and thanks for commenting, asking questions. Overall, the YouTube community has kind of really been like my biggest support, because, you know, I really haven't told too many people. So that's really nice to know that you all are out there and interested in how my journey is going. So that's it. I will definitely try to get another video up next week. It is a little bit harder because there's just not too much to report on. But I will try to keep making a video at least once a week. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.